Yes, sir.
Or I guess Saturday, assess the amount of pressure you got and how much more is there in the tank for it?
When we came back Sunday, you asking about the amount of pressure we put on it and how do we analyze the amount of pressure that we put on. So Coach Rossi sat down with us. He said we did a great job. Like I said, Western Michigan, that's a good team. You know what I'm saying? They still on scholarship. Them are good guys over there. But he still feel like it was more in the tank. It's times that we could have got home, we couldn't. It was little executions where we should have ran the stunt a certain way where we didn't. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's always things to fix in the game.
Defensive shutout in the second half. What does that mean to this group to have that in the first game?
I feel like that's really kind of expected as a defense. Coach Rossi, just big emphasis. Stopping runners, probably our number one points of emphasis the majority of the weeks. And then harassing the quarterback, getting pressure on the quarterback is another emphasis that we had through fall camp. And just being able to get that done and seeing it on film and, showcasing it to everybody else is kind of like, it's great.
Jalen season, got the first game over with.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel physically? How do you feel mentally?
I mean, going into my third year now, it's kind of used to it. Just knowing, yeah. So it's like I got a rehab thing and habits that I do to keep my body in shape. So just continue to do that and then adding more stuff to it.
Was anything different about this first game starting compared to
Last first game? Probably just the biggest thing is just knowing, like, now I can visualize and see things happening. As to last year, it was kind of more so hesitant for me personally, but now I can see things, I can know what's coming and what to be prepared for.
Alex Van Sumeren was at the podium and he was talking about
Yes,
how
sir.
much he was craving playing football.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw the quote, but
Yeah.
it was a little out of pocket, but he seems like one of those guys that just
Yeah.
loves football and loves playing the sport. And there's a guy who's lined up next to him. Is that true? Like,
Man,
just
yeah. I would say Alex, since I came in my freshman year, he was injured, so he didn't really had the opportunity to play that year. But I mean, every time we get on the field, we talk to each other, we motivate each other. When we in the game together, like we say, it's hard-nosed football, like just go get after it. And that's kind of really how we just bounce off of each other. Like we motivate each other throughout the day and throughout the practice and throughout the game as well.
Jalen, while we're talking about your teammates, like it seems like when you think about Boston College last year, it felt like a game that got away. I'm wondering how you processed it and just sort of what your memories are of that game and how they bleed over into this week.
I'll just say really the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but at the end of the day, it's football. You're going to take wins and losses. But we kind of just look at it now as just another game on the schedule. We're not going to do anything different. We're just going to focus on what we need to focus on and point of emphasis that Rossi has for the week and get the job done.
Different situation deal without the quarterback that's as mobile, I guess. What are some differences you're seeing in them this year versus when you
We kind of keeping the same scheme as far as whatever quarterback's back there. We kind of game plan the same for both.
What are the differences between their two quarterbacks right now on the roster with the kid who played at the end of last year and the guy they brought in?
So really it's just whoever they prefer to have as a starter is kind of really, but like technique-wise and ability-wise, they're kind of the same quarterbacks.
Does that make it easier for prep? That versus
Yeah.
Castellano's hand of pocket
Yeah,
passing?
because then you gotta adjust the game plan to a speed guy, a guy that could get out the pocket, a guy that could extend plays. So if you got guys that got the same type of technique and style, then it's like you're going to game plan for both at once.
Bill O'Brien's pretty open about how he believes in chunk plays for his offense to just progress down the field. And when you're in the pass rush or however you're playing it, like, do you feel that sort of pressure of like, this guy's looking for a home run, like we need
Yeah,
to
get home.
does that manifest?
Yeah, that's definitely something that happened. Like as you're going, really just like you had like a countdown in your head, like okay, I got this amount of time to get the quarterback, and then once that time like run down, now it's like okay, either if you're too far up the field, you need to count it back and get to where you need to get to. So yeah, you kind of have like a timer in your head, like where you need to get there, get to the quarterback.
What's the feeling if that timer's
It's
running
kinda out.
Just panic? Like,
No, not panic. Just resort back to your technique. So like I said, so say for instance, if I'm at the end, I take it too far upfield. Like say if I'm too far up, it's 3 seconds. That means it's time for me to counter and go back in. Or if I'm underneath, time for me to counter around and things like that. So it's just going back to your technique and doing your counter.
Kind of with that, the timer in your head, when the secondary's covering it, probably like expands a little bit. How did you feel like there was a little more clock at times for you with the coverage back there?
Yeah, I feel like with the guys we got now, we have a little bit more time because, like I said, second year, same scheme, so guys know what to expect and things that people can be technique sound about. So we got a little bit more time up front.
you had a fellow Detroit pass technician, Raheem Anderson, on the other side
Yes,
of the
sir.
ball. Did you connect with him? What was that like?
Oh yeah. So me and him kind of talk, every once in a while. Good guy. I mean, ever since I was in high school, he's kind of like my mentor and things like that. But Yeah, we took pictures after the game. He's still my guy.
Yeah, and what's that feeling just taking you back to the bond from being how Cass continues to put out such great products and you guys can meet on the field?
Man, it made me feel, oh, like, dang, I'm in year 3, like, but it's like I still got guys that been with me before, like when I was in high school. So it's a great feeling.
Did you and Alex argue over who gets credit for the sack and Jordan make a push to get that as well?
No, we didn't really argue. We kind of took it 50-50, but you know, on the stat sheet it shows that I made that. But
Did you guys think you had the second one? The one in the first half, where he kind of flipped?
yeah, when he flipped it backwards, oh yeah, we did think it happened, but I guess they replayed it and said it wasn't, so we can't argue with the rest.
Eckley's role in that and his punts sort of
Oh, yeah.
teeing up those situations.
Great
How
guy.
crucial is he to getting that sort of success from the defense?
Eckley set up the defense success a lot. Like it's a tradition with that. We had a safety last year with DeQuando, so we're making it a tradition to get a safety first game against Florida Atlantic last year. So we got one this year. But Eckley is a big part of setting like the percentages are higher for the defense when the ball is closer inside the 20 and things like that. So just Eckley making that possible for the defense is only gonna help us.
When you see him on the sideline, he's
Yeah, most definitely. I'm motivating him every time. Get the ball down there. Then you got guys, like even on kickoff, you got guys like Kev guys getting down there. You got kickoff guys getting down there. You got punt guys, the gunners and stuff getting down there. So, I mean, I'm motivating all those guys to continue to do that so we can just continue to eat on defense.
I know when you're on the field, your back is to Jordan, but when you watch the film back, I'm wondering what you thought of Jordan Hall.
Man,
In that first game as a full-time Mike.
Yeah, I feel like all our backers was doing what they needed to do. We were vertical style defense, so it allowed them to really play off us. And then when we got them blitzes, they coming out hitting. They ain't slowing up. They coming down and getting out to wherever the ball is.
You were on the tone for the defense with Joe Gash coming out with those 2 huge hits on the kickoff.
Oh yeah, that motivates us. When we see that stuff like that, you hear it, you see it on film. I mean, you see it in front of your face. It's like boom, like let's go. We on defense. Let's get. You know, we hyped up. Got the whole defense jumping. I mean, it set the tone.
The first couple of years, you guys played a lot of football, a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
The offense would sputter. In a game like this, when you're only out there for 23 minutes, are you noticing a difference?
Yeah.
What is the difference maybe than when you have less snaps to worry about versus knowing you might be out there for half the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling. It allows you to play fresh. It allows you to go 100%, more plays. Just knowing that, and also with the defense that we have, we played 30-some guys in that Western Michigan game on the defense side. So just knowing that we could get the same job done no matter who's in the game, it allowed people to play way faster, have more fun, and fly around.
Substitutions, so many guys coming in and out. Did
Yeah.
you feel like that went smoothly?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we didn't have no penalties on the defense side, so I mean it was great. And then once again, we got the job done as a defense. No matter who was in the game, any of those 30 guys that was in the game, we got the job done.
Thanks, Jalen.
Thank you.
Yeah.